Welcome to the show. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in here dealing with some. Okay, I got it together. I got it together. Welcome to the show. It is me. It is me, your girl, Labora Lee. And we got a lot to talk about tonight. Um, Before we get, I'm sorry, I got crossed up between the mouse game. Um, But before we get into the shenanigans, what you need to know, it is, it's just, it is. It's Wired Wednesday. Um, this is a weird day, and I'm going to let that rock out and talk to y'all while I'm letting it rock out. Today is a weird day. Um, Not specifically today, but all Wednesdays. It's a weird day because on Wired Wednesday, what happens, like it could be a Wired Wednesday and it could be a Wet Wednesday. And next Wednesday, trust me, it's going to be a wet Wednesday. But today is Wired Wednesday. And so we're going to talk about a few things. We got a few things to talk about. Hold on, y'all. We got a few things to talk about this Wednesday. Mm, the scandal of it all. But before I get into my shenanigans, we do have to pay the bills. We love y'all, but we got to pay the bills. So let's go.
Want last minute brand design help? Get top tier Fiverr freelance creatives at your fingertips fast with secure payments and 24/7 support. Head to fiverr.com today and get something started.
All right, so I can put that down for right now. Listen, y'all, it's so much to talk about right now. I don't even know where to begin, but I do know where to begin. So, once upon a time, I was a girl. I say a girl because I was in my 20s and I got in a situation at the age of 24. And then at the age of 27, I got into the full situation of of the matters. I don't want to keep saying situations, but I got into the full situation. And so what I'm going to talk to y'all about right now, I think it applies to everything that was my situation, but it applies to somebody else. So let's get into it. So Megan Good is participating in her current divorce settlement. I said it applied to me. Um, because she like, listen, let's just say that Megan decided that she wanted to go back to Megan Monique Good and not carry the last name of Franklin. When you get in those situations, hold on, let me get my mic right. When you get in those situations, a lot of times, you know what I mean? Like at first, you are like, oh, I'm with him and I want to carry his name. I promise you, the next time that I carry another man's name, it's for keeps. It's just what it is. We gonna ride it out to the end. That's just how I feel. Um, and so she's going back to Megan Monique Good, and she's no longer carrying Franklin anymore, and that's okay. This is the problem that a lot of people have. Is like, okay, once we are no longer a married couple, why do I have to keep carrying your name? So I'm gonna give you an example. Once upon a time, not too far ago, my last name was something different. When I first got onto Facebook, my name was something different than other than what it is right now. What I decided to after that situation, hold on, was no longer the situation. I went back to Lee. Lee is my maiden name. Lee is the name of my father. And so I went back, I mean, my biological father, because if you don't know about me, I have two dads. One that I currently have right now, And then the other dad, that he wasn't really a part of my growing up, but he was my dad nonetheless. And before he passed, we had a beautiful relationship. So I was fortunate enough to have two dads. And I've always, before I got married, I always carried my biological dad's name, which was Lee. So my name, the name that you see right now, has always been Labora Lee. But then I got married, and then I took my married name because here's the thing: if I get married again, and I got married in before, it is my belief that I should take my husband's name, right? But if we by chance, decide that we are no longer going to be together, I feel like it's a good vibe to go back to my maiden name, and so that's what I did, and so that's why I passed no judgment on Megan, because stuff happens. You got to move on. You got to move to a new situation, a new way of life, but kind of sort of go back to your old situation. So, do I pass judgment on Megan? No, I don't. Baby girl, you got to do what you got to do. And sometimes a lot of people don't understand this. And that name change, when it comes down to being married, is once you change your name because you got married to that man, you hopefully um, take that name for the long haul. But sometimes things don't work out. And so you need to get back to your old you, or you need to get back to a new you. But then getting back to that new you have to go back to the old name. And it's okay. So don't pass judgment on Megan Good. She wants to be called Megan Good again, and let her have that. A lot of people who are listening or watching this show have never been married, so you don't know, you don't understand what it is. And a lot of times we make mistakes and we get in these situations and we don't know what we're getting into. I will say that she wasn't that young when she got married, and when I got married, I was 27. Um, and I had no clue of what my life would look like later on. But don't be judging Megan too hard because she wants to go back to her maiden name. And I'm not judging Megan at all. Like, listen, sis, more power to you. If that's what you need to do to get back to where you need to get back to, sis, then do it. Just what it is. So listen, I also want to talk about Diddy and all of his shenanigans with his young boots, right? So it has been, and I think I believe I spoke about this situation a while back, about his young Miami situation, and then the Virginia. I think her name is Virginia. I don't want. I hope that's her name. He has. Yeah, I mean, but Diddy is an older man, and at this point, he's doing what he do. And if they're okay with it, who the what time is it? No, who the freak are you to tell Diddy what he can do, and who are you to tell those two young ladies what they're supposed to do? If they're okay with it and he's okay with it, we're okay with it over here. But anyway, so Young Miami started a podcast, and I'm all about my podcast. Like I told you before, it's room out here for all of us. I think that we, especially people of color, should come together as a collective and build our own situation. So she started a podcast, and she had Diddy in the situation. So I'm gonna let y'all hear some of what she said to him. I mean, like what was said. Um, Hold on, let me turn my Bluetooth back on. But I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of what's going down over there, because that's what we do on Wednesdays. We let y'all know, okay, we connected. I wanted to make sure we were connected before I started getting into the nitty gritty. But yeah. So let's listen in and see what our take is, and it is what it is. But listen, and this is how we know he booed out with her. But let's go. Hold on. Hold on, y'all.
What we is? What you like about me? Like, why you fucking with a city girl?
Yeah. Hold on.
It ain't no hold on. Do you like making love or fucking? Chinese food or American? Are you a cheater? You can't think. You gotta just say it.
Wow. What?
Whoa.
I'm not laughing.
We gonna let hold on. We gonna let that run back real quick so we can hear.
So we on set of my new podcast.
Listen.
We should please. So you ready to get in the smoke?
Yeah. Get to some.
So when you woke up and we was trending, what it was about?
I mean, it just.
So what we is? What you like about me? Like, why you fucking with a city girl?
Yeah. Hold on.
It ain't no hold on. Do you like making love or fucking? Chinese food or American? Are you a cheater? You can't think. You gotta just say it.
Wow. What?
Wait, it's more. It's more.
I'm not laughing.
It's more. Hold on. So, let me turn that down a little bit. It's more. We just can't hear all of it. That's just a brief clip of what's going on. So, the fact that Diddy was on her podcast tells you a lot about the situation. As far as the Virginia situation, it's just messy, y'all. It's all the way messy with this Diddy, Carisha, Young Miami, and this Virginia situation. She came through the other, not Carisha, not Young Miami, but the other chick, Virginia. She dropped a record and she said what she said on it, and she spoke on her and Diddy, but she also spoke on her situation with the NBA player as well. I think Young Miami just went up to her. To be honest, I think it was a one up. I feel like, all right, you dropped a song, bitch. I've been dropping songs, but now I'm about to drop a podcast where I am continuously speaking. And you're not doing that. You're trying to drop music. So, and I had Diddy on the show, and I made him nervous when I had him on the show. So what you saying, boo? Sometimes broads, when it comes to situations where they deal with the same dude at the same time, it's always a competition. Me personally, at my age, I don't want to deal with none of that. I don't. It's just not for me. But when you're young, it's different. And you can, oh, y'all see my coffee cup in the background. When you're young, it's different and you can handle all of the drama. I'm just too old to deal with people's drama. Like I am, and I'm not old, but I'm just too old to deal with people's extra bullshit. So it was weird. It was weird. So let's do this real quick so I can move on, and then I'll turn it back up if we need to. But yeah, Young Miami just played chess with this chick's whole feelings, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like it. Like, all right, you talking mad shit on a diss track, girl. I've been making music. People know who I am. They don't know who you are. You want to be seen. I am seen. So it is what it is. Listen, Missy and Janet Jackson are giving me life right now. So I'm gonna, okay. We're gonna play this real quick. Hold on. Let me turn the volume back up, and then I'll play the video. It's cute, and then I love it. Hold on. I'm gonna let it run again.
But she here. That's a real friend.
I'm gonna let it run again.
Y'all give it up for Miss Janet Jackson. Legend. Good night.
Let's go.
Thank you
Listen, so of course, if you're in the industry, hold on. Your friend is your friend, and I'm not mad at Missy showing love. Let's go. Wait,
Y'all don't have a friend like I got.
I'm just saying.
She hopped on a plane and came. I don't even know where she came from, but she here. That's a real friend. Y'all give it up for Miss Janet Jackson. Legend. Good night.
Listen, I wish Janet Jackson was my friend. I do. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna play with y'all. I wish, listen, since I was a young girl, Rhythm Nation, there's a lot of Janet Jackson situations for me. Maybe not necessarily for y'all, but for me, there were a lot of Janet Jackson situations, Rhythm Nation. Oh my gosh. The joint she had with when Cab Calloway was in the video. Listen, I have been wishing my whole life that Janet Jackson, fuck it, like we gonna talk about it. She was Penny, and I wish she was my best friend when she was Penny. Like I wish Janet Jackson was my friend. So that made me feel beautiful, and Janet looks amazing. Janet looks so freaking amazing. She looks freaking good, y'all. And ain't nobody gonna play with Janet over here. Like you're not allowed. You're not a freaking allowed to play with Janet over here. Listen, I've been wishing that I could hang out with Janet Jackson. She could show me some dance moves. You don't get to play with Janet over here. So I did like that look, Janet and Missy. And I love Missy. I'm not gonna dive into my personal situations over here. Well, what Wednesday I am, but not tonight. But there are some personal situations with Missy in my family. But I wish Janet Jackson. I wish she was my friend. I love Janet Jackson. I've always loved Janet Jackson through multiple facets. Janet has played, she's sung many songs that I've loved. She's played many roles that I love. I wish. So shout out to Missy and Janet. Two people that I adore, and I wish I could be with them right now. But yeah. So let's keep it moving. Oh, yeah. I wish. I do. So Orlando authorities are searching for 6 Haitian men who checked out of their hotel rooms and never returned to claim their belongings. Oh my gosh, it's a weird time right now for everything that's going on. And I've been saying this on social media. If you're my friend, you've seen it. But if you're not my friend, you haven't seen it. And I'm quite sure a lot of people who are listening to this podcast are not my friends. And I'm more than certain that a lot of my friends aren't checking in. But yo, we gotta pay close attention to what's going on. But I'm gonna read the story real quick. So, authorities in Orlando are seeking for 6 Haitian men to whom are presumed missing. The men are ages 18 to 32. Plan to attend a Special Olympic USA Games, which kicked off on the 5th of June in Orlando. However, the sheriff's office said that the men disappeared after each of them turned in their hotel room keys on Monday. I don't know what's going on, but I hope that they are all right. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all in this situation, and because of how it sounds to me, let's just say these delegates and and they were delegates of this kind. Like, I'm going to tell you what I'm hoping for, and then it's crazy because they were delegates of the Haitian component. They did come from Haiti. I'm hoping that maybe they got over here and then they found family members and they connected and they went to see them, and then they just was like, fuck it, I don't want to go anywhere. That's what I'm hoping for. But it's America, and America is weird, dude. And I'm just praying for their safe return, because I don't want anybody to be missing out here. I don't. I really don't. So, yeah. Let's talk about Nick Cannon real quick. I know we talk about him a lot, but he stays in the headlines a lot too. So it's only right that we talk about him. But let's listen to what he had to say real quick. And let me say this: if by chance it starts in the middle of the conversation, we're gonna keep listening, and then we'll let it run back to the beginning. Let's go, because it's more than what he's just saying. It's a lot. Let's go.
So everybody's like, "You just give him a little vagina." And that's
I know what makes him feel better.
And that's what, and I fell victim to it because I was in a weak state. So December, especially right before Christmas, I started crazy, and that's when it I broke the celibacy, but I was probably celibate for probably like a month and a half strong. I mean, you were there. I was trying to do it. Yeah. I had a new show, new energy. I was dealing with a lot.
I was there. I was every day.
So what you doing next? So October 22. So around the holidays, we should be expecting some
the September, October babies on the way.
Yeah,
Let me ask you
y'all are pretty good at math.
So we're gonna read that.
Started my strong stuff. Had told me I needed to chill out. So I was like, yo, let's try celibacy.
Right.
And that was like October. Like
January.
No, I didn't even make it to. I was supposed to go. That was the whole thing. I was supposed to make it to the top of the year, but then obviously I would start going through some stuff with, I got depressed, like with the loss of my son and stuff. So in December, and the thing is, because everybody saw I was so down, so everybody's like, "You just give him a little vagina." And that's
I know what makes him feel better.
And that's what, and I fell victim to it because I was in a weak state. So December, especially right before Christmas, I started crazy, and that's when it I broke the celibacy, but I was probably celibate for probably like a month and a half strong. I mean, you were there. I was trying to do it. I had a new show, new energy. I was dealing with a lot.
I was there. I was every day.
So what you doing next? So October 22. So around the holidays, we should be expecting some
the September, October babies on the way.
Now, we already heard the back half of that situation, because sometimes situations start over here halfway through. But listen, I'm not mad at Nick Cannon. Like, let that man be fruitful and multiply. But people are asking questions, and they're asking questions
to go.
Hold on, to one of his baby mamas, who is also pregnant at this current time with I think her is baby number 3 for him. So listen to what she has to say. Hold on.
About the money, then what is it? Because it's sure ain't about the love. If you live your life for being all about the money, then you gotta do some work on that. Yeah, there's some blessings that come with this for sure, but it ain't about that. I can't lie, there are blessings that come with this, but it's not about that.
So apparently a lot of people are asking questions about her and the Cannon situation, because she is pregnant with her 3rd child, maybe 3rd and 4th child. We don't know. This is the young lady who happened to have twins by him prior. I'm not going to mention their names. The babies have nothing to do with this. But a lot of people are questioning, like, is it because of money? First, let me start with saying this. Y'all kill me with this shit. I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all kill me with this. y'all kill me with this because y'all act like people just can't have a physical attraction to each other, to one another. I'm gonna be honest, she's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. I have no problems with saying a woman is beautiful. I also have no problems with saying a man is attractive, and Nick Cannon is not no slouch. I mean, whether you think he is what he is, he's not a slouch. And he got dope, but maybe it was something there that connected them together. You will believe it or not, people have connections in this world that are out of this world. I can honestly say that. I can say that from the bottom of my heart because I lived it. You feel I'm living it right now. I connected with somebody who I didn't think that I had a connection with, and I have a connection with this person. I couldn't see myself without this person. And again, what is not your cup of tea may be somebody else's cup of tea. The chemistry, if the chemistry is there, the chemistry is there. I'm not gonna say that this lady, her connection to Nick Cannon was money. Yeah, and I believe this particular woman is a DJ, but sometimes y'all go too far. Like, you don't know what their personal relationship is. She's already carried 2 of his twins. And you heard what he said about celibacy, and he was depressed, and he was sad about the son that he had just lost, which we know that he lost his son. We spoke about it on this podcast. But at the same time, I don't believe that he has a monogamous relationship with any of these ladies. So if they by chance decide that in that particular situation, I'm asleep with my baby daddy, who are you to judge? But again, not a bad looking man, and the body is right. So we don't have nothing to say about that. But then we don't know what the chemistry is. The chemistry is so crazy. But a lot of people have not had chemistry with someone else. A lot of people go out here and they do what they do with people because it seems like something fun to do. Or that person is that person, so they do what they do with the person. But chemistry is something that you cannot play with. When you have chemistry with a person, it's very hard to let go of that chemistry. It's very hard to not be in that situation because you do have that chemistry. I was fortunate enough to I'm sorry, y'all, it's hot in here. And we'll get to that in a minute, but I've been very fortunate enough to have chemistry in different situations. Some chemistry lasts, some doesn't. But what I can say is this: the chemistry was the chemistry, and that's why I was in those situations, because the chemistry was there. Right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been with the person I've been with for years now. But the chemistry is amazing, and I'm like, it's still amazing as far as I'm concerned. I don't have no beefs with the chemistry, but it was chemistry. And then from the chemistry, well, it was a love before it was a chemistry, because it was a friendship love, but then it became a chemistry. Like, I felt the chemistry, we were there. And then it became me falling in love with my spouse. And now it's the chemistry and me being in love. So you don't know what that girl has with him, and stop judging. Y'all judge way too freaking much, and I don't like it. I don't. Now, and I'm not going, I fall victim in judging people, because what we get ready to talk about real quick is another situation where I fell victim in judgment, but I did not have an understanding of why they said what they said. So we're going to listen real quick, and then I'm going to give my input. Let's go. No, that ain't it. Hold on. Let's go.
Channing, people got mad at you when you called Russell Wilson a square. Do you take that back?
Not at all. Bring it up, Sierra. Bring it up, man's family. I'll take that back. But have y'all seen Russell's videos? You've seen Mr. Unlimited and this goofy. My bad.
Listen, but
there's
nothing wrong with being a square. Though.
I know that's what I'm saying. I didn't call him
that's
alcoholic.
a positive thing to me, really.
But
like,
I think though.
You said you didn't call him alcoholic.
I didn't call him alcoholic. I didn't call him a deadbeat dad. I didn't call him a pedophile.
Some people felt like it was. Some people felt like it was personal. Like you have a personal issue with him.
No. There's lame people all around. I think, and I'll call them lame. If you ask, throw a name out. I say lame or cool. It's an opinion, and it's what I thought. Like. It's folks out there think I'm lame, and I don't give a damn. I don't know why so many people were mad at my opinion of Russell Wilson is a square and a lame.
Channing, people got mad at you when you called.
Let me stop that real quick. So I was one of those people that took it personal. But I think that a lot of times that we take things personal and don't really necessarily hear the whole situation. So I'm dig into it a little bit. But listen. Hold on.
Because of the couple, right? It's because of the couple. And like I had the conversations with people, which I love being able to have those conversations. I was like, look, in 2016, when Michael Bennett's walking off the stage in a Black Lives Matter shirt, and they asked Russell Wilson, he says police lives matter and everybody's lives matter. Of course, Black lives matter.
Lord,
you know what I'm saying? And so at that time, like I went on TV that day. I'm on First Take. I went on TV like, nah, like we needed somebody to be strong. And to me, it's like, okay. And then in 2020, and like things change and your minds change. And, you're now married to a Black woman and you have Black kids. And so, now those things are important. In 2020, he gives this impassioned speech on the ESPYs. And that's cool. Right. But for me, somebody who was the same way in 16 and white people are cussing me, calling me racist. And then in 2020, I'm getting calls every time I get off of TV that my voice is needed. That is now people are coming at us like.
Again, I was one of those people who heard just portions, didn't hear. We didn't have a true understanding of why they felt like Russell Wilson was lame. We all thought it was because of him in general, but now that I have a deeper understanding of why they said what they said, I get it. And do I want to play let's play the clip. Let's go. Hold on. No, I'm not gonna play the clip. But there was a situation, there's two clips. So the first one was Russell Wilson speaking on Black Lives Matter with a reporter. I believe it was the ESPN situation, and where he did say all lives matter. Do I disagree with all lives matter? No, I don't. But the problem is that all lives are not in danger. What are in danger are people of color. And I'm not just going to say Black lives. I'm going to say Black lives, brown lives. If you're not of a certain skin tone, you are automatically judged. We've seen this time and time again, over and over again, where there have been situations where if you were of Caucasian descent, you could get away with it. Now, not so much. Now they like, you know what, because we tired of talking, them talking about this Black and Brown Lives Matter situation. So now we're targeting everybody. But it doesn't look any different. It looks the same. It looks the same. And I'm going to tell you why it looks the same. It looks the same because now it looks the same, like you're still doing it to brown people. And now you're adding Caucasians in because you don't want anybody to point the finger at you and say, okay, well, you're just targeting people of color. So now you are targeting people of Caucasian descent. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it any better. But back to the Pivot podcast, because I was one to pass judgment. Yeah, I was one to pass judgment. I didn't hear the full context of the situation, and I apologize because we over here we deal with transparency and we deal with accountability. And so because I was one of those people, I apologize for that. But I won't apologize for how you try to do Shawnee. That's why Shaq put you in the place that you needed to be in, because you still have this thing. I still feel in my heart that you have this thing where you just want to put all women into a box. And I have a problem with that. I do. And I'm never going to stop having a problem with that as long as as long as I'm doing what I do. If you take a woman and say, this is why she's doing, and this is why she's doing, then that means you're putting all of us into a box. So despite this Ciara and Russell Wilson situation, I still feel like you still put women in the box. But have me on the show and we'll talk about it. But stop putting us in the box. And that's the problem that I have with these gents. But they further explain the situation. And so what are we gonna do? I have a better understanding right now of the situation than I did before. And so I thank I thank the Breakfast Club for bringing them on so that they can further reiterate their message and give a better context. But the context, it only worked for that situation. It does not work for the Shaq and the Shawnee situation. So it is what it is. DDG was arrested and released in Los Angeles on a felony charge. My gosh. So let's get into it. DDG is facing a felony charge and it is expected on court on June the 28th, 2022. No further information has been given on his charges. I don't know what the charges are. And let me put this up really, really quick because I don't know what the charges are. So I have to give this disclaimer that everything on this podcast is alleged. We don't know. We weren't there. So I'm going to let this banner run really, really quick because we don't know. I'm hoping it's a gun charge. I'm not hoping it's a gun charge because a gun charge is even worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's even worse. But apparently he's been arrested and he's doing court. So when we get further information on the situation, we'll let you guys know. But yeah, DDG has been arrested and released in Los Angeles on a felony charge. But most of the time, it is related to a gun charge when it comes to most celebrities. Listen, I want to talk about this WAC 100. Listen, WAC 100 has been a topic of discussion a lot lately, but him and Jay Prince are going at it. And because him and Jay Prince are going at it, also, anybody who interviews either one of them are stuck in the middle. Gilly the Kid, and them, $100 million worth of gain. Like that podcast, they're stuck in the middle. But recently, Jay Prince did an interview and he spoke his mind about how he felt about WAC 100. Now, I'm just going to give y'all a short synopsis. I don't know that I can give you a short synopsis. I'm just going to, let's just get into it. It's been a lot of stuff between everybody involved. And then I think I got to give you a short synopsis because I want to get to this next thing really quick. But let's say $100 million worth of gain, a podcast, Gilly the Kid, Waggle, they all sat down and they talked to Jay Prince. Prince expressed his feelings towards WAC 100. I have my feelings about Wack 100 because it's some things that I feel like, dude, you've done too much in this industry for you to be sitting down and dealing with. Like, Wack has been in it with a fellow YouTuber, Hassan Campbell. Hassan recorded the conversations between them. And then you have this situation going on with you, Gilly and them. And then you have the situation going on with you and Jay Prince. And what Hassan kind of revealed is making everything that he revealed true, dude. Like, you're a man. You have testicles. What's testicles? You have a dick and you have testicles. And there's some things, honestly, I feel like men shouldn't be doing. I don't feel like Jay Prince is any better because, like, you feeding into it, dude, and you a boss. Like, your name rings synonymous. And so does Wack. Wack did a lot of things in this industry. Do I feel like y'all should be doing what y'all doing right now? No. It's too much. Wack, should you feel any kind of way about Gilly and them? No, you shouldn't. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Running their business, running their podcast, and whomever they have on the show, and they ask questions to. And whatever the response is, this just was a response. You can't be mad at them because Jay Prince answered the way that Jay Prince answered. You just can't. You can't. Now, whatever you do as far as social media is your business, but at the same time, it's like, y'all, it has to be a certain point where you just like, all right, you know what? I'm not going to do that because I'm a grown ass freaking man. And it just is what it is. But, yeah, Wack is going at it with Jay Prince. I think the Jay Prince and Wack situation come from the Larry Hoover situation because there are a lot of legal situations and feelings involved as far as, trying to get him free and hit the legal rights to his story. If you haven't kept up with that situation, you should go look it up. I feel like you should, so you could really get an understanding of what's going on as far as the Wack and Hassan situation. And Hassan kind of played a little tiny bit of that because there was talk of that conversation with the Hassan Campbell situation. But it's out of pocket at this point. Two grown men, especially men in the upper ages, should not be doing this. But then again, is it publicity? Like, are they doing it to raise publicity to whatever they got going on? I don't know, but it's just too much. And it bothers me a little bit. But speaking of Wack 100, because if you don't know, Wack 100 is associated with the game. But let's talk about this. And I think this is going to be my last little comment. And we might pick up on this on White Wednesday because it's very intricate to my life. But let's listen to what the game has to say. Is the audio? Yeah, we good. Let's listen. Hold on.
Acknowledge the fact that you guys had dated the same person in Kim?
Everybody that you date, if you go outside and meet a girl today, she has a history. She dated somebody. Thanks. If I seen you with like a girl I used to date, the next time I seen you, I'd be like, yo, Speedy, she like it from the side. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, because I want to make sure that it's good, that you last in there. You know what I'm saying? My brother could date a girl that I used to be with, and I would be just fine with it.
Do you remember the first time Kanye acknowledged the fact that you guys had dated the same person in Kim?
Everybody that you date, if you go outside and meet a girl today, she has a history. She dated somebody.
Thanks.
If I seen you with like a girl.
All right, so let's get into this. And this is the last subject of the night. And then I got to get into showing my love real quick. It's a fact. Anybody, not just a girl, but a dude too. There are situations that you get into, like maybe ladies, perhaps you date a guy and he dated somebody that you knew before. Same thing with fellas. There are perhaps, and especially, I'm going to say specifically, I'm going to be specific tonight. My city is small. So you're going to run into somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And perhaps you possibly are dating someone who knows somebody else. It's better when that you know that the people have already, dealt with each other, because then that way it's no mystery to it. But should you feel some kind of way? So the question is, would you date someone your sibling or your friend has dated? The world is small. The world is so freaking small, and you don't know whom has dated whom. The beautiful thing about me is I deal in transparency, right? So I have no problems with speaking on things that I've done in my past. You feel me? Like, and especially if I really, really take you serious, if I really, really rock with you the way I rock with you, I ain't gonna lie to you anyway. Like, it's just what it is. Like, we're gonna talk about it. Sometimes we're gonna have conversations that's uncomfortable. But the reason why we are having these conversations is so that there's nothing, not one thing that I'm hiding from you, or that somebody else is gonna come tell you. I'm gonna come tell you. And I'm gonna take it a step further, because I'm so disrespectful and honest. I think the words for it is brutally honest. I'm that chick that whatever I did in my past, I have no qualms. I have no shame about what it is that I did. So if I did it, I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to lie to you about it. I'm not going to be like, nah, I ain't do it. Now, I'm also going to bring that back. There are a few gents in this world that have lied on me and said that I did things that I did not do. And my response to that is always, baby boy, I don't do anything I'm ashamed of doing. If I did it, I did it. It's just what it is. I don't have to lie about what it is that I did. I just did it. And so because I did it, I can say that I did it, and I can say it to you or anybody else. You know why? Because if it's a situation where we're dating and I tell you that I did it and you don't want to date me anymore, then okay. It's somebody else in this world that wants to date me. If I did it and you still want to be with me, then I know it's real. So there's no shame in my game. If I did it, I did it. I had one situation, and I wasn't even dating anybody in the situation, but I did have this one situation, because I got to give this up real quick. I did have this one situation where I was having a conversation. Somebody told me I had sex, I fucked somebody that I never, ever, ever in this lifetime had sex with. And so the person told me that the person told them that I did it, right? But at the same notion, the person was dealing with a friend, and I consider her a friend. You know what I mean? Like, we hung out heavy. I spent many nights at her house. I brought somebody that I actually dealt with in her house. We stayed there for a few. While he was getting a situation, the guy asked her, and she wasn't even staying there anyway. She had a place, and we just stayed there until we had to leave. But he was dealing with her at one point in time, and even when she and I reconnected, the one thing that he said to her was, "Why didn't you tell her she had a crush on me? I mean, you had a crush on me." And the one thing that I said with her and him on speaker is, anybody that I ever wanted, I had. Anybody I've ever wanted, I've had. Whether it was long-term or short-term, the point is I had them, boo-boo. I don't really do crushes. I do. Hold on, let me get this off my screen before I start, because I couldn't even show Friday's show because of the same situation. Let me get off my screen. The one thing that, again, I deal in transparency. Anybody I ever wanted, I had. If I wanted you, whether it was long-term or short-term, I had you. And you probably feel the same way about me. but we had each other. I don't really do crushes. I don't do, oh my gosh, I like him so much. I wish I could have. No, if I want you, I'm going to have you. And that's just what it is. And if you are something worth keeping, then I'm going to keep you. And I'm going to keep you as long as I can until I can't keep you anymore. So that was our conversation. He, she, and I, that was our conversation. Now, as far as the person that told me I did what I did and I didn't do it, he said, yeah, you did this, you did that. And I had to I put it the same way to him. He could believe whatever he want to believe because I don't really give two shits. But the point is I don't do much lying about what it is that I did. If I did it, I have no shame in my game. I just did it, and I'm going to talk about it because that is me as a person. I don't lie about, I've never lied about anybody that I slept with, anybody that I dated, anybody that I had a long-term relationship with. I just don't do that. That's just not me. That's not how I get down. I've never had to, and I never will. I don't have to lie. So yeah, people are weird out here, but if you are honest from the beginning, then you don't really have any problems or any situations with anybody about anything because you're honest. You're saying, I did that. You feel me? Yeah, I dated him once upon a time. Even I had another situation. I started dating a guy. I didn't know that I was going to be into this guy, but I started dating a guy, and then found out later on that he was friends with another guy that I happened to have dated, and slept with. And then I found out, and once I found out, I told the person that I actually was rocking with and that I really rock with about the situation. And it was how he dealt with it is how he dealt with it. We're not together. I've been with the person that I've been with for many, many years now. But I told him, and even after the fact that I told him, he didn't leave me alone. We still dealt with each other for like a year or two. He didn't leave me. I was honest with him. Yeah, I dated him, but I didn't know that y'all was cool with each other. You feel me? Like, transparency is everything. And when you're honest, you don't really got to worry about too much. And I deal in honesty. I don't do too much. I've cheated on one person, which was two people. I'm sorry. I cheated on two people in my life, which is my ex-husband and a certain gentleman that I was who's my high school boyfriend, but he was cheating on me too. And that high school boyfriend, this is how I know I was a bad cheater though. That high school boyfriend, I was cheating on him and talking to other people. I talked to like two other people and they surrounded me in the lunchroom, and that's how it all came out. I still wound up dealing with him anyway because I ain't had no choice but to come clean. I'm a horrible cheater. So because I'm a horrible cheater, I just don't cheat. I'd rather just leave you alone. I don't do revenge cheating either. You want to be elsewhere, then be there, and I'm gonna go where I need to go. I just don't deal in that. But I gotta show some love really quick because we gotta get out of here. United States. I love you, babies. France, I love you. I'm doing this really quick because we are short on time. But United States, France, Germany, India, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, South Africa, United Kingdom, Spain, Philippines, Belgium, Australia, Japan, Mexico, Ireland, Nepal, Mauritius, Israel, Canada, Hong Kong. Hold on, we ain't done. We ain't done, y'all. We ain't done. Oh my gosh, I love the love that I receive, and so I gotta at least give the countries tonight. I might can get through some cities too, but let's just see what we could do. We ain't there because that's not even the whole list. I mean, I want to make sure I get everybody in there really, really quick. As far as countries are concerned, and we'll deal with the city situation later. Hold on, y'all. I got y'all. But all of my countries, I'm giving y'all love. All right, so we said Kingdom, India, Japan. Oh, Russia. Hi, babies. I love you. Holland, I love you. Switzerland, I love you. Oh man, I love you guys. I can't wait to get to all of these cities because one city that I didn't know that was on the list was San Francisco. Hi, San Fran. I love you guys. Hey, cuties. I love you guys so much. But maybe I can get to a little bit of the love, a little bit of city love. I'm not going to do all of them. Just do the top of this list right here. Columbus, Ohio. San Jose, been day ones. I love you. Baltimore, Maryland. Love you. No, France. I will never butcher the name of the city, but I love you. France. I love you. Spring Valley, Nevada. I love you. Frankfurt. Hey, Germany. Y'all be holding it down for the girl, Germany, and I love you. Washington, Virginia, I love you. Ashburn, Virginia, I love you. North Las Vegas, Nevada, because it's different parts of Nevada that people be getting that city messed up. I love you. Norton Shores, Michigan, I love you. Chicago, Illinois, I love you. Boardman, Oregon, I love you. Atlanta, Georgia, I love you. Did I say Chicago, Illinois? Hi to the Chi, I love you. Las Vegas, Nevada, Hope. It's a big spot. If you've never been to Vegas, you should go there. It's fun. Just don't go there for anything serious. Owings Mills, Maryland, I love you. Pikesville, Maryland, I love you. Boulder City, Nevada, I love you. No, Indy, I will not butcher the name of the city, but Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, I love you. Randallstown, Maryland, I love you. Singapore, hi babies, I love you so much, Singapore. And like I said, Holland, shout out to you. Ohio, I love you. Phoenix, Arizona, I love you. Washington, D.C., I love you. New York, I love you. Mumbai, India, I love you. And Reading, Pennsylvania, I love you. I can't do all of those because we're getting close on time. But what I will say is that a lot of us, we hold, we judge, not me. I don't give a fuck what you do. But a lot of us, we judge what other people are doing. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm wiping myself. I'm wiping underneath my nose and my head and all of that because it's hot in here and I had to turn my fan off because I didn't want y'all to hear. If I had my fan on, it would be cool. But I don't want y'all to be dealing with my background noise. But what I will say is this. A lot of us are very judgmental for no reason at all. It's not your place to be judgmental. Don't be judging people because at the end of the day, it's like throwing a rock at a glass house. If you live in a glass house, don't throw the freaking rock. Don't be out here judging people like your life is perfect. Your life ain't perfect. Stop judging people. Unless they're really, really horrible people. Because some people are really, really horrible. Like the people who keep taking lives for no reason, taking innocent lives, they should be judged. But when it comes down to like regular, everyday, average shit, like who the fuck are you to judge anybody? Stop judging people. Stop being so judgmental. Make sure your shit don't stink before you start just pointing the finger and shit. Like, oh, well, you do this and you do that. Just no. Stop. It's horrible. But anyway, I gotta get out of here, y'all, because I don't got that much time. I had to run through the list. I'm sorry, y'all. To my listening audience, I usually give y'all like this heartfelt thing, but I couldn't do it tonight because we were running short on time because I was out here telling people to stop judging people. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you so much. Mind your fucking business. Mind your business. That like, come here. And then I'll tell you about things that's going on in the world. But as far as like minute things, you should mind your business. Mind your fucking business. Everybody's business is not your business. And it's a dangerous game you're playing, minding people's business. It's just simple. Come here and let me tell you what's going on. Let me mind other people's business. That way you're safe. Love your babies. Hug them. Kiss them. Tell them how amazing and great they are. Because they are. They're amazing. Whitney said it best. I believe the children are our future, and I really, really do. Let them, whatever it is that they want to be, just tell them that they're the greatest at it and encourage them to be the greatest at it. Stay in your fucking lane, yo. Like, everybody's lane is not everybody's lane. Your lane is over there. My lane is over here. And you know what happens when you cross lanes? Sometimes, perhaps, you get into a collision, and collisions are not good. So just stay in your lane, dude. Like everybody's business is not your business, but some business you need to pay attention to. And that's why you should come here so I can tell you. But with that being said, I love you. You guys are amazing. And I ain't gonna play with y'all. I didn't get to say, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. Again, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. Want to be on the show? Hit us up ambitiously at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Remember, anything that you know you need to know is in the description above or below, depending on how you're watching. But I love you guys. You guys are simply amazing. And I wouldn't trade any of you for anything in the world. So I gotta get out of here. We are past our time, but good night and I love you. Please come back on Fire Friday. I'm gonna be here Friday. Let's go.